category.
On the right there, the first attempt kilos proposed by each of the women in this competition. And just to catch up momentarily, of course, this is another competition where there are no records at the moment, just the Commonwealth standards. And just to emphasize those, 98 kilos in the snatch, 123. Based at the moment out of Loughborough University. So 70 kilos on the bar. Now this is 6 kilos inside her personal best, so hopefully a comfortable start for her. First attempt.
Well, with a flick of the hair as well. That's certainly going to be off-putting, but a really happy start to the women's 71 kilo category. Holly O'Shea came out very confidently, and that's a great lift technically, maintains really good position off the floor and is super fast underneath the bar. Wonderful start.
Yeah, she's a young lady who's travelled around the world, largely because her dad, Paul, and still is in the Navy, so she's been, as I say, travelling, but at the moment based in Loughborough, and the Gibraltar Commonwealth Federation have been really, really helpful in supporting her to come here. So just at the moment, it looks as if she might well be following herself.
I've just been informed that Holly is the first weightlifter from the Island of Gibraltar to ever compete at the Commonwealth Games. So when she comes out, please show your appreciation for this pioneer of not only female weightlifting, but weightlifting.
There's a good picture of the Chief Marshal's desk and the warm-up area, which is very light, bright and airy. However, as you can see, coming up the 20-meter slope to come onto the stage, the environment changes. But here comes Holly with an increase of 3 kilos here, which is a sensible increase for her second attempt. And they change once again, and the bar going up to 74 kilos. So obviously feeling good after the first attempt. And 4 kilos for the second attempt, Michaela, pretty reasonable.
A very reasonable expectation here. First attempt was very comfortable in my view. So this, I believe, will be well within her capability.
Couple of steps forward, but that should be fine. 3 white lights and 2 good lifts.
2 good lifts and 2 great big smiles. Let's have a look from the side here. Maintains a brilliant position off the floor. Just jumps backwards slightly. Lands on her toes. Did very well to get her body weight back underneath the bar. Good, really good extension. Look, the heels are off the floor all the way through that recovery.
So another 3 kilos, which would take her to 77, and that would be a new personal best. So is she up for that? One would hope so.
Well, I think so. I think, again, the 74, the strength, the power is there. It's just whether she can maintain positions.
Yeah, they're just having a look at it now, and can't think she's not going to stay on 75 kilos, surely.
No.
Can't believe that. 76. Well, why not go 77? Well, it's their decision. If she feels just the extra 2 kilos is the right call, no problem. I think with lifters who are relatively inexperienced at this level, really important that they have a good experience.
It certainly is. This is about building confidence. This is early days for Holly in terms of her weightlifting career, and this is a huge stage to be competing on. She seems to be relishing the opportunity and working well with the adrenaline. This is about a positive experience for sure, but she's also pushing really big weights for her as well.
Yes, you can see her expression has changed, a lot more serious about this third attempt. So clearly recognises that this is a significant challenge. That's the 30-second buzzer. Oh, what a pity.
Definitely strong enough. Just a couple of tweaks necessary to be made. That's a really solid performance from Holly O'Shea. 74 is the weight she's got to be content with. Slightly forwards as she comes off the floor, I would say. Toes are probably digging in inside her shoes. You want to be driving through flat feet. Just being slightly forwards in those first few inches meant it was always forwards. Well done, Holly. Refocus now for the clean and jerk.
So once again, this is a competition where the coaches are going to have to be really smart and sharp here, because I sense that there are going to be a lot of changes, and already there have been a couple, and Faye Pittman from Cardiff for Wales coming out to open her account. She came from the world of bobsleigh and then found that it was really good to focus on weightlifting. And this will be comfortably inside her personal best. Talking to her earlier, she was saying that when things are really going well, 92 kilos would be what she would be looking for. But this is 81 for her opener.
Off the floor, she was taking the strain. The lift is not deemed to have started until the bar passes the knees, so that's absolutely fine what you saw. Take a look here, there we go, it's off the floor, just feeling the weight. Not bad at all, sits into a really good position, small step forwards.
And I've got a nice little story about her, which her teammates managed to eke out about. Her nickname is Party Girl, and recently she was competing in Luxembourg, and the announcer there kept referring to her as Party Girl. First attempt for the Party Girl. Well, from Wales to Scotland now, and Alice Aitchison. $82 kilos, her opener here.
Trouble. She's okay. Well, fortunately had the bar back on the platform then. That's a little frustrating for Alice. Let's take a look again at what happened. So shoulders a little bit high, throws the shoulders back to compensate, hips kick the bar forwards. It's that swing on the bar that just makes the lift a little inconsistent. She must be under control next time.
So Roberta Tabodi for Malta, also wanting 82 kilos. Based in Dublin, where she's a nurse at St Vincent's.
towards it. We are working towards it. Okay, thank you. It's okay, sir. Okay.
Lovely lifting from Roberta. Open attempt looks solid. Well, very impressive. It's lovely to see lifters come out and execute with their first attempt. Get one on the board and then you can push it. It's always so nerve-wracking, that first lift. It's something you've worked towards and dreamt of. Not just weeks, months, but years even. And now the moment has arrived. You're on the big platform. And the relief of getting one on the board.
And so to Mauritius and Ketty Lent in her second Commonwealth Games. So this is very close to her personal best, just a kilo below the 83, which is the best she's lifted in competition.
Lovely. Sits tight at the bottom. The body shaking underneath the bar. This is a substantial weight, 82 kilos overhead. Some people look more comfortable than others. Some people shake uncontrollably. Just a moment to steady before standing. Very good lift.
Yeah, another youngster, only 21. So Alice Edgerton coming out to try to put that first failure behind her. Still sticking to 82 kilos, which is completely sensible. Lifts out of the Broxburn Strength and Fitness Club. A former CrossFitter who, like so many, made the transition into weightlifting.
Well, under pressure now. This is not a great start for Alice Aitchison. Not the kind of start that we wish on any lifter. She has one attempt remaining. And for those of you new to the sport, we are watching the snatch part of the competition. Clean and jerk will follow later. Lifters receive 3 attempts in each discipline and they must register 1 snatch, 1 clean and jerk to make a total. And that is where the positions will be decided. And Alice, as you can see here, 2 red lights next to the 82. She's going to stay on the same weight. This is a make or break lift for her. Success, and she can carry on. Failure, clean and jerks will not be allowed to happen.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened earlier in the championships to her teammate Jodie Hughes. The crowd here are very knowledgeable, so when she comes out, they will pick this up and they will... There you go.
Well, they're lifting the roof for her. We all want her to succeed with this. Come on, Alice. You need this one.
She's got the strength.
Absolutely. I think the elbow or the wrist, the elbow that's tweaked as well. That's not the way she wanted this to end. Well, I'm so sorry for Alice Aitchison. She thanks those that have come to support her. Well, that is what you call a bomb out. So no, if I don't really want to watch this again, there's a lot of strain on the elbows as she lets it go behind. And she did well to get rid of it just in time. Hold on to that much longer and you can wave goodbye to your elbows.
Yeah, really disappointed for her because talking to her in the past hour, really up for the competition. And as you rightly say, conscious of the fact that so many fans had made the journey down. Really, really disappointed because there's absolutely no question about her having the strength.
No, it comes down to technical issues and it's that swinging of the bar that makes it uncertain.
So Faye Pittman for Wales, successful at 81 kilos, 3 kilos more on the bar to 84. The reigning World Masters champion at the moment at 71 kilos. Well, she pushed the bar in front, hips were behind, and she's now going to have to rely on the third attempt.
Let's take a look here. Just on her toes as she came off the floor. Well, Faye needs to refocus.
And while she does so, Roberta Tabone, 82 kilos, the first successful lift, and she rejoiced with that, and now an extra couple of kilos on the bar. That's what the Commonwealth Games is all about, an opportunity for lifters in this sport to compete on a major stage.
Does well. The head position change to try and stabilise and shift the centre of gravity, and she does so well. 3 white lights for Roberta Tabone. You can see what it means to her. And she's got 1 attempt remaining. Let's have a look. Drives really nicely. Just behind the head there. Tremendous degree of shoulder mobility to be able to sit into such deep positions with the bar overhead. We need mobility in the ankles, the hips, the knees, the shoulders, pretty much everything.
Well, it's worth emphasising that Faye, one of the senior lifters at the age of 39, that's the same territory as Decatur or Papua New Guinea. So, can she make this third attempt?
Not to be. Faye finds herself back on the 81. It's a disappointing end to her campaign. She would have been hoping for more. Needs to put this behind her now. Drops the chest as she comes off the floor. That sends her forwards, and very difficult to recover from that position.
I gather you're going to have a crack at the Masters this year?
Just playing.
Oh, yeah. When have you just played?
Well, it's in Orlando, isn't it? Come on. I've got children now. I'm allowed to go to Orlando.
You're working well. So real disappointment for Faye there, but Roberta Tabone now coming out for a new personal best attempt by a kilo, but so far so good. And it's interesting, isn't it? Just look at her now, and she's changed her expression now because she knows that this is the big, big challenge.
Well, this is the one that she's come for. She's totally focused on the job at hand.
She's eyed the clock, and she knows exactly how much time she has left.
She's done well. That is a brilliant lift from Roberta Tabone.
3 out of 3, a new personal best. What a start to her evening.
I think she surprised herself with that. She came out totally focused. She sat underneath and was thinking, oh my goodness me, I've got it. Really good off the floor. Here she's thinking, yes. And the emotion when the bar goes down.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that at the Capital Strength Club in Dublin, because I gather there's a bit of a party watching on. And our boyfriend Declan here to enjoy that as well. So now one of the new generation of lifters from Nauru. Just 19, Nancy Abuke coming in to start at 87 kilos.
Very strong, very quick to overhead. Don't worry about the spin, that's okay. She's got the down signal, that's fine. So rule specified, as long as the feet are back in line and the lifter is under control, they will be given the down signal. Even if they're facing the back of the platform, it doesn't matter. Here we see the lifter rolling the bar into herself and going straight away. A very dynamic start. The twist makes it pretty much impossible for the referees to see if her elbows come out of lock. A sideways glance acknowledging the down signal.
Very nice for our cameraman, though, because she turned round, the helicopter move, and now to Mauritius. Second attempt, 87 kilos for Ketty Lent. 5 kilo increase. So just beginning to push herself a little bit here.
Powerful. Stand strong. Job done. Simple as that for Ketty Lent.
And that is a 4 kilo personal best.
See here, maintains a really good position off the floor. The extension is really good.
Weightlifting is very much her life, but she said that when she does get a bit of free time, the place she likes to go, and the place she was recommending, go snorkeling in Blue Bay. Never been to Mauritius, but there's a recommendation. And so to New Zealand. To open her account, Megan Signal, 88 kilos on the bar. From Auckland. And this is the woman who almost a year ago had that shoulder dislocation. It's great to see her back. She says she's fine.
Not enough height on the bar, simple as that. Now let's see what the positions were looking like. Good off the floor, good extension, just not enough legs in it. This is technically not bad at all. There comes a point when the weight is just too heavy. If she's going to lift this, she needs to generate another inch of height on the bar. Maybe be a little bit faster, that might help. We always want to be faster in this sport.
Member of the International Weightlifting Federation's Athletes Commission is Megan. Early morning in New Zealand, and the folks will be watching from their homes in Mata Mata.
And the second thing is, a few of you might have noticed down signals not happening until the lifter was standing completely still. Again, the rules
So a good minute in which to make this lift. National champion of New Zealand in this weight class.
Waiting for the 30-second buzzer. There it is. That's much better. Well, Megan Signal, representing New Zealand, has just pulled that out of the bag. Way better than her previous lift.
High fives, and she really stuck that lift.
Oh, didn't she just? Plenty of height this time. Much more aggressive and quicker under the bar. Well done, Megan.
How cruel was that? It was the last training session before the Tokyo Olympics when she put her shoulder out.
There's no words to describe how that can affect a lifter psychologically. She's done so well to come back from it.
Now, India doing pretty well at these championships, but here's a youngster at only her second major competition. Harjinder Kaur from the Punjab, and starting on her personal best mark of 90 kilos.
Well, up and over it goes. It didn't even slow down. It's a disappointing opener. Clearly strong enough, just needs to get the bar in the groove overhead. Let's have a look. She creates a bit of a swing. Shoulders go back a little. I didn't think the line of the bar was too bad, but she jumped backwards to try and receive it, and it still went.
Australia, Kiona Elliott with 90 kilos on the bar for her opener. Just recently turned 25. She's been successful in the Oceania Championships on 2 occasions, winning the title.
Seemed to be a fair amount of movement in the start position. I'd love to see that from this angle. Perfect. Where bar drifts around her knees as she comes off the floor. That's where the lift was lost. Just needs a little more discipline. Extension is good, speed under is good. Come on, Kiana. Time to refocus. She's got 2 attempts remaining. Would be lovely to get this on the next one. Clearly very strong and well capable.
Yeah, here's another lifter who's had to recover from an adversity. She was an elite gymnast, but suffered a host of injuries, including stress fractures to her back, and also broke her femur. That ultimately led her to fill her physical void with weightlifting, and 6 years on, she came back and won a silver medal at the 2019 Commonwealth World Championships. We'll see her shortly, but back to the teenager from Nauru for her second attempt at 90 kilos. 3 kilo increase. The truth is, Michaela, there's not one woman involved in tonight's competition who hasn't faced some form of adversity.
Nancy Abuka representing Nauru. Second attempt, 90 kilos. And that one has gone straight out the back. It's 3 kilos up on the weight that we've just seen. Let's see what went wrong.
90 kilograms remain on the barbell, 90 kilograms for the second attempt.
She hits a really nice extension. There's not a huge amount wrong with it. Bar rolls the bar into her, but as she drives through the floor, the knees come back nicely. The position is good, just fractionally out.
So Harjinder, who also lost the bar behind.
No mistake this time, but she sits tight. And that's the way it should have been done. First time, I'm sure she will reflect on the first attempt as one that got away. Here we see strong off the floor, just so aggressive from start to finish. And it's the speed that these lifters are dropping under the bar. None of them are hanging on at the top.
So Kiana hails from Adelaide and under a little bit of pressure now. Definitely needs this.
Does well. There was a wobble, there was a moment, but she controlled it very well. And there's the fist pump and the relief. She's got one on the board. One attempt remaining. A few more kilos are going to be needed. Really aggressive, really fast. Well done, Kiana.
Isn't it noticeable, the difference in physique?
Yeah, we've got a total contrast. Kiana representing Australia. Shorter, more compact, better build for weightlifting. Ketty Lent, taller, rangier, further for the bar to travel. It's the same problem I had. Oh, I don't know. I would have said, well, it's definitely a no lift now because she's dropped it behind, but the right elbow, as far as I was concerned, came unlocked. Well, she let go of that because the elbows were under too much strain, but the arm closest to us came unlocked. It's just nothing you can do, though. She's got their shoulder heavily strapped. Watch her arm. Her right, our left. That looks fine. It's actually there, bent, straight, and I think the referees would have failed it anyway. But when the elbows are under that much strain, you just can't get rid of it.
Well, she'd already set a new personal best on the second attempt of 87 kilos. She'll now start thinking about the clean and jerk. This is the third and final attempt for Nancy Abuke from Nauru. Open with 87, that was good. 90, her second attempt. That didn't happen for her. Well, again, a lifter who is young, here for the experience.
It's a real shame because the line of the bar was not bad. I'd say probably so young that she just needs to develop the stability, the functional control in those kind of positions. But we're going to see a lot more of this youngster in the future.
So the bar going to 91 kilos. The loader's giving it a thorough clean at the moment.
Sometimes the athlete may get blood, blister on their hand or their shin. It transfers onto the bar and it needs cleaning. They can use spray anything that's open platform. So they take the barbell off the platform to clean it. Sometimes it requires a wide brush to clean.
Well, I think the technical controller that pulled her just then was measuring the thickness of her belt. There's regulations over the equipment that can be used. Clearly she's okay.
So here comes the first international competition attempt for Alexis Ashworth from Saskatoon. Training to be a nurse in Regina, the provincial capital, but hails from a farming family.
Well, out of position as she's come off the floor. Let's have a look. Shoulders above the bar. That looks good. Not bad at all. I'd say, if anything, just pushing with the weight slightly through her toes. There was not a huge amount wrong with this. Let's just focus on being more confident next attempt. It's always nice to get the first one in and out of the way. She's going to have to wait a couple of minutes longer. But I'm confident the next one is going to be a good lift. She's strong enough, she's powerful enough, she's getting the wise words right now from her coach. Sometimes you just need a little bit of motivation, a little bit of a nudge in the right direction from the coach.
One thing also is remarkable, Michaela, the number of family and friends for all the lifters who've flown in from huge distances. Alexis here, I know that her dad Kelly and her mum Yanis, they're both here in the audience.
When you're ready, okay?
It's a huge distance for some of these supporters to have come from when we're looking at countries from literally all over the world. It's a huge commitment, but it just shows how big the Commonwealth Games is and how much support they've got behind them. It just makes it, doesn't it?
So come on, Alexis, second attempt. Let's do this. Well, you've been there, first international competition representing your country.
It was a long time ago.
But you know what the pressure's like.
It's nerve-wracking regardless. You know, there's a lot of pressure. This is a big stage. It's a big crowd. There's spotlights, there's TV cameras. She needs the focus. Come on. That's better. Needs to steady, and she does. Wait for that down signal. It wasn't comfortable, but it will do.
Yes, yes, yes. 3 white lights, and she's got a valid attempt.
Once again, position off the floor is pretty good. This time is fully underneath the bar, totally committed. A wonderful recovery from Alexis.
Well, hopefully that'll blow some nerves away when it comes to her third attempt. So back to Megan Signal. So Megan, third attempt. Wobbly start, 88 kilos, the second attempt secured, now pushing the bar up to 92 kilos. Well, a bit of a setback because that puts her back to 88 kilos.
Yeah, not the best sequence of lifts we've seen. Only 1 out of the 3. Just lacking a little bit of spark through the middle. Let's see what it means to the coaches as well. I think that's a reaction we've seen from every coach where their lifter has failed. Time to refocus on the clean and jerk.
Still a couple of lifters to start. Ogbonne for Nigeria, Sarah Davis for England. Harjinder Kaur, who improved, put the mistake to bed with the second attempt, and this is 93 kilos. So she's got 90, looking for 93 to go into first place.
It's there, she's done well. That's a really good recovery, having missed the 90 on her first attempt, to come back with 2 successful lifts. There's almost a smile there. Strong back position, good straight extension. She sits so straight underneath the bar in that squat position.
So 1 more kilo on the bar to 94 to give Kiana Elliott the opportunity to just supersede Harjinder Kaur by a kilo.
Oh, that's the lift. Well done, Kiana. Brilliant recovery. Worth noting as well that she originally posted 95 kilos at the weigh-in 2 hours before this competition started. For whatever reason, something clearly went wrong in the back warm-up room. Came down to 90, missed it, then got it, and look at this, 94 kilos, solid third attempt. Brilliant lifting.
Yeah. By a country mile, the best attempt. and that will really cheer her up. So Australia have the edge at the moment, but still a little ways to go in this competition. And now the turn of Alexis Ashworth for Canada. Also trying 94 kilos. Now, if she was to get this, which hopefully she will, she would go into second place. And the reason for that is that Kiana for Australia achieved 94 kilos first. Disappointing. She looked rather circumspect as she...
Well, here, I just don't think she had enough spark on the way up or enough speed dropping under. She tries to put the brakes on too high. Really, you want to be dropping at speed to the bottom so you can catch the bar. But here, that last bit there, she's riding it in. That's a shame, desperately disappointing. Considering she's relatively inexperienced, this is a really good performance on the international platform.
So, as planned, it is 18-year-old Joy Ogbonna-Eze for Nigeria, appearing as she is right now in her first Commonwealth Games. African champion last year, broke 2 youth world records at the World Championships last December in Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Those were in the clean and jerk and the total, so interesting to see how she does with this first attempt at 95 kilos.
Under a little bit of pressure with the time. 10 seconds on the clock.
Dynamic.
Power snatch. Did she even go into a squat position? Okay, let's have a replay. I just slow it down a minute. I was not expecting that. Very, very fast. Shame we can't get this angle in slow motion because she was under that bar before the bar even changed direction. Now the pressure comes back to Sarah Davis. If the English coaches have seen that, they've got something to be worried about.
Having said that, I did say that Joy was a bit special, and at 18, watch out for her.
Well, watch out. Sarah certainly wouldn't have seen what just went before. I'm sure one or two of the English coaches would have done.
Well, Sarah, in recent times, she was the Commonwealth Games silver medalist 4 years ago, and last year in Moscow, she collected a silver medal in the European Championships. Lifts out of the Atlas Club.
I know Cyril Martin is watching back home, eagerly awaiting Sarah's performance. 97, this is a very good weight for Sarah. We've seen her do more than this, but she needs to get one on the board to start with. Totally focused.
First attempt at 97 kilos to go into the lead on this first attempt.
Easy lifting from Sarah. There's the smile. And there's the first lift on the board. This is game on, England versus Nigeria.
And that will not be lost on the Nigerians.
Well, Sarah has this habit of letting go of the bar. When she catches the bar, her hands actually let go totally and slide in slightly. Not something I would recommend. I think it's a habit she's trying to get out of, but it's irrelevant. Right now, that was a wonderful opening attempt from Sarah.
But the riposte being prepared and 100 kilos being loaded onto the bar. This women's 71 kilo final. Well, already are we at the beginning, I wonder, the kind of a wonderful head-to-head duel?
The head-to-head has started, David. You go, I go. You raise the bar, and I'm going to follow. Well, here we go. We're up to 100.
Well, the first attempt was fantastically explosive.
100 kilos. There's a Commonwealth Games record for you. She's got the down signal. I think that is all okay.
It is.
She moved her feet after she was given the down signal. Just 18 years of age. This is outrageous. The power in the legs and the glutes. She's generating tremendous force down into the platform. Again, Sarah would not have seen how easy that lift was. The English coaches would have done. They know what they're up against. But Sarah just needs to focus on herself.
And at the moment, it's almost kilo by kilo because the bar goes up to 101 kilos, which is just enough to give her the edge again.
Can she hold it? Yes, she can. Wonderful lifting from Sarah. What is she saying here? You can raise it, so can I. It's game on. Both lifters with one attempt remaining. Did you see the hands move? She let go of the bar. She caught it with her hands closer. Don't try this at home. That's unique to Sarah. And as I said, I think she's trying to correct that problem in training. The wider the hands are, the less distance the bar has to travel. Why would you bring them in? That's looking great.
And the front two at the moment pulling away from the rest. So already what we can see here is the making of two battles. And one for gold, one for silver, and the bronze.
Totally.
Yeah.
And we're seeing Nigeria, they've gone to 102, but I think they've gone up again. They're really going to push Sarah to see how far she can go. I think we could see a 5 kilo jump from Nigeria, you know, I really do. And they've got a huge clean and jerk posted with an opener of 130. Well, the clock is ticking, the weight is, so it's 103, they've gone up a little.
Well, at the moment, Joy Ogbonnaize looks fearless.
She's just, absolutely, I think that's a really good way of describing it. She has literally got no fear. The attitude here is put the weight on the bar and I'm going to snatch it. She's super confident, but she's only got 12 seconds on the clock. She needs to get a scoot on. Does she know this? 7, 5.
5 seconds. And
she's going to get timed out. 2, 1.
And
game over.
No. Well, that's down to the coaches. That should not have happened.
Well, you can blame the coaches, but actually, as a lifter, you know how long you've got, or you should know how long you've got. There is no excuse. On the platform, there is a clock. It's not the first time the Nigerian contingent have done that in these championships. So the lead passes to Sarah. She is in the lead.
This is really important, because if she can pick up a few extra kilos here in the context of the clean and jerk.
Well, she needs this. Every kilo is going to be critical because Nigeria have a huge clean and jerk. Well, come on, Sarah.
A kilo above her personal best. This is what 103 kilos is, in effect, a new personal best for Sarah Davies.
She's got it! The best of the 3 for Sarah Davies. And look at the celebration. She needed those kilos. And she's got a 3 kilo cushion going into the clean and jerk. How important will that be? Only time will tell. Have a look here, super strong off the floor, lands it, and stands straight out. Textbook lifting from Sarah.
Well, if you take that 3 kilo advantage and add it onto the opening clean and jerk attempt, it puts them basically even Steven when it comes to the second half of the competition.
Well, we can see here some complaints going on from the Nigerian contingent. It's too late to complain.
With the Nigerian athlete being timed out on a record attempt, followed by Sarah breaking her own British and Commonwealth record in the snatch.
Well, they're rattled now. She's going to need to refocus and regroup ahead of the clean and jerk.
The bronze medal is incredibly tight. Join us in 10 minutes to solve this session. Off you go to the toilet, get yourself some refreshments.
Well, no matter what you say, Sarah Davies with 103 kilos, Commonwealth Games record, excellent start for her.
It certainly is a start she could only have dreamt of. All of these lifters will dream of 3 out of 3 personal bests. How many actually execute? Well, that number is very limited, but Sarah has done so tremendously well. She's put herself in the best possible position going into the second half.
Well, there's a few people looking at replays there, but, you know, it was crystal clear that she was out of time. So this is the state of play. 3 kilo advantage to Sarah Davies of England ahead of this talented Nigerian. And then look at the fight potentially for the bronze medal. Kiana Elliott for Australia, just a kilo ahead of Harjinder Kaur of India, but right on their tails there, Alexis Ashworth for Canada, and Megan Signal also just about in touch for the fight for the bronze medal, or that's the way it looks at a moment. Further down the order, the young lifter from Nauru, Nancy Obuke, 87 kilos, equal with the kilos that Ketty Lent from Mauritius achieved. And Roberta Tabone, wonderful little sequence for the lifter from Malta. Disappointment, though, of course, from Alice Aitchison, who sadly failed to get a valid lift. So, as the clean and jerk preparations continue, a chance for us to reflect on the first half of this women's 71 kilo final. Well, can't wait for the second half of the competition.
No, bring it on. I think this is going to be another exciting finish. Sarah seems to have the composure, the experience, but it is going to be super close, both in great physical shape as they've already demonstrated. The question is who can keep their head, keep their cool.
And the English, who've had a great start to the day, of course, with Chris Murray in the men's 81 kilos. Now, that will have given everybody in the English camp a big lift.
Well, I reckon Sarah right now has seen that and she fancies a bit of the action. Chris's performance was breathtaking. He went 6 from 6, lifted out of his skin, hit weights he'd never done before. He just played the competition superbly well and came out on top, and I'm so happy for him.
Well, okay, Michaela, here's an opportunity to have a look at the 3 best lifts from the first half.
And Keanu Elliott here. She managed to stick the last lift at 94 kilos. That was the best that she could bring to the table today. And then we come on to Nigeria. Joy Ogbone. Well, that's a lift at 100 kilos. Was timed out then with her third attempt. And here we go, Sarah Davis for England. 103 kilo personal best. Outstanding lifting, 3 out of 3 for her. And she takes a 3 kilo advantage going into the clean and jerk.
Well, one thing's for certain.
Disappointment, that is the nature of sport.
Well, there are the opening weights.
Yes, and Alice Aitchison unfortunately bombed out on the snatch, so will take no further part in the clean and jerk. That is why there is no kilos next to her name, but the starting weights will range from 87 all the way up to 125. That's the weight that's been nominated by Ogbone of Nigeria. What Sarah Davis has nominated 126. They're the heaviest 2 lifts. Doesn't mean they're going to start on these weights. This is just a guide. They can always go up or down depending on how the warm-up goes. They have 2 opportunities to change their weight nomination. Well, Sarah looking pretty relaxed backstage with Dave Sawyer and Andy Callard. As you can see here, just retaping the fingers. Not much fun when you rip your hands on the bar.
So when you're used to it, you're probably very difficult to accept that, I understand. Now, this session is incredibly difficult points at the moment. Final question, Jeff. Have you got any...
So, Sarah's best lift. Here we go. The 103 kilos for a Commonwealth Games record, but more importantly, to get that edge over her Nigerian young opponent.
Yeah, this isn't about records. The records are just the bonus. This is about medals. What colour do you want, Sarah Davis? Well, I think there's only one answer to that question. She's going to battle to the end.
Yes, you don't get too many opportunities in life to wrestle a championship, and you know, when you finish second as she did 4 years ago on the Gold Coast, here she has an opportunity to get that gold medal, but she's going to get a really good fight from this young Nigerian. So Holly O'Shea to get us underway, as she did in the first half of the competition.
There's a change, she wants more, 89 kilograms.
So they push the opening clean and jerk attempt weight to 89 kilos for Holly, representing, of course, Gibraltar. So Holly bringing forward 74 kilos, made 2 out of 3. Remember that this is a big occasion for her. Biggest stage she's ever been on. The first athlete, male or female, in the world of Gibraltar weightlifting to appear at the Commonwealth Games. So a piece of history at the same time. So that is a good lift, and Holly has got a total.
Yeah, wonderful start to the clean and jerk. Made it look pretty easy. I'd say there's another rep there as well. Great extension, catches the clean very high. Just shows how much power she's generating from the legs. The adjustment just to get the bar into a more comfortable position. Didn't move the feet that far forwards and backwards. Didn't need to. She's strong enough to get the bar to arm's length.
Well, by and large, so far, an enjoyable experience, but it will get tougher as she pushes herself. Initially, we thought it was going to be, and it is now, 2 kilos up. 91. I wonder whether they might change it and put another kilo on.
A kilo or 2, I'd say. Be looking for a good 3 or 4 kilo increase there at least. That looked really comfortable.
Holly's best is 96 kilos. And she could well get there, particularly if she gets a significant and successful second attempt.
Stop the clock. Yes, wanting more, 92 kilograms. 92 kilograms.
So now it's a 3 kilo increase. Still the best part of a minute, so no panic at the moment. And absolutely right, Michaela. They put it up another kilo, so now it becomes a 4 kilo increase.
Just buying time. They knew exactly which weight they were going to, but just messing around with this pauses the clock every time the loaders are on the platform. Once again, there's no doubt here. Holly O'Shea, a tremendous talent. Put some weight on the bar, girl. Come on, let's see how far you can stretch. This just looks too easy. The clean was super powerful, catches high, and the jerk. Just watch this. The feet hardly move forwards and backwards. She's quite a tall girl. You would expect one to have to split a lot wider, but she's got so much leg power, she can drive the bar to arm's length.
Well, in the first half of the competition, she did have a crack at equaling her personal best in the snatch. That didn't quite come off. So it's either 96 to equal her personal best in the clean and jerk, or at least 97 to improve on it. Worth the risk, surely, to take the extra 3 kilos at least.
Well, the coaches right now, they're just waiting for the clock to start ticking again, and then they'll change the weight again. Just playing the game, playing the clock, buying as much recovery time as they can for their athlete.
Change goes in. .96.
As a reminder, Holly is the first weightlifter to ever represent the Olympics World and Commonwealth Games. When she comes out, massive round of applause. What an incredible achievement to be the first person from your country to lift at the Commonwealth Games. Holly, take it out.
Still breathing a little heavily.
Oh, it takes a good couple of minutes to recover from a sub-maximal attempt.
Here we go, 97.
That's why the coaches were playing for time and changing the weights. She'll be okay. She's ready to go.
Well, this would be a lovely way to finish.
It certainly would, and I believe she's very capable of this. 97 kilos on the bar.
And
personal best.
Coaches whipping up the audience to give her all the support. But make no mistake, good as she's looked in the first 2 attempts, this is a little different.
Yes, it's there.
Isn't that good? Overhead, strong, and a new personal best. And 5 out of 6 on her debut.
Now Holly lands the clean and stands straight out. And that tremendous leg power we've already discussed catapults the bar to arm's length once again. 97 kilos. It's not going to be long before the 100 is there. Well done, Holly.
171 kilos, and she's done herself and all those who've supported her from Gibraltar, including the Gibraltar Commonwealth Federation. They'll be very proud of her. And so we stay in the Mediterranean and we move to the east, to Malta. Roberta Tabone good sequence for Roberta. 82, 84, 86, all 3 attempts made in the snatch. 101 kilos, her opener in the clean and jerk.
Well, it's a little bit shaky, needs to steady herself. Breathe a sigh of relief. There's one on the board, but it needs to be sharper next time. There's a lot of movement between the clean and the jerk. There was a lot of movement overhead. Let's have a look. The clean itself looked very good. Here, just a lot of wriggling and wobbling. Slightly in front. Walking forwards, shoulders steadying. Made it harder than it needed to be. I'm sure the next one will be on point.
So they're whipping in to change. She's not going to come out for 102, and that gives Roberta a bit of time to recover as the bar goes to 105 for the first appearance in the clean and jerk of Megan Signal for New Zealand. Now, she brought forward 88 kilos, and that 92 kilo failure on the snatch, that just might be the... sorry, she brought forward 88 kilos, but...
She's gone up to 108.
Oh, so she has. So Faye Pittman now for Wales is going to come out at 105.
There's a few lifters due to be coming out at this number. So we'll see how their warm-ups have gone, whether they choose to increase or to stick. It's overhead, she's got it. Faye Pittman is in the competition.
She is, she's the most experienced, the senior of all the lifters in this competition.
Bar close to pausing on the thigh. There's a bit of a yank as she comes past the knee. Nonetheless, it's a good clean. Very strong overhead, good leg drive from Faye.
And the World Masters champion totals up 186 kilos, goes into second place as Kiana Elliott. Now, Kiana, 94 kilos. She's very much a player for a bronze medal.
Wow, hardly any dip. When we talk about the dip being short and the drive being explosive, that was incredibly short and sharp. The clean, very, very strong. She keeps the back tight. Watch how low she dips, hardly at all. Very powerful overhead, uses the whip nicely on the bar. 15 kilo bar oscillates a little bit more. You get a bit more whip than you would on a 20 kilo bar on this weight.
So 199 kilos her total.
And incidentally, she had originally posted 115 as her opener, so she's come down to 105. Something clearly has not gone quite to plan.
So a 4 kilo increase here for Roberta Taboni of Malta. This would just consolidate her, but it would keep her 100% record for the competition so far. But as you mentioned, she's going to need to raise her game for this.
Yeah, the last one was good. Just needs to be confident. Clean is brilliant. Much better from Roberta Tabone from Malta. The smile just lights up. Tell me you're not smiling watching her. That smile is contagious. Brilliant lifting, Roberta.
5 out of 5, going well.
When you go like that, it's clear there's more kilos there. How many more? We'll have to wait and see. She drives straight out, adjusts, no messing around this time. Pushes the hips behind the bar just a little.
Well, the next attempt will be more than 106 kilos, and it'll be an attempt for her to surpass her previous best. And as happens with third attempts so often, it's the moment where you really do have to push yourself. She's not going to take 100 bar going up and to 107. So Ketty lent for Mauritius. ...87 kilos from the snatch phase, so needs to succeed here to try and move up the ranking.
The clean looked good, the jerk, it was fine. She's good for 3 white lights, but I was expecting the clean based on, expecting the jerk to be a little bit more dynamic. Very, very strong, standing out of that deep squat position. It was like there was nothing on the bar. A bit short on the drive, that's the problem. But it was overhead, no worries.
Yeah, nonetheless, up into second place at the moment. So the bar now a kilo heavier at 108 kilos. Now, is Megan Signal going to go for this? Indeed she is. Come on, Megan. That's okay for her 3 white lights, and she continues having got a total and takes her up into second place overall.
Take a look at this jerk position. I believe it's pretty good. Bar over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Oh, back leg slightly straight, pulling the hips backwards. But she gets her body really nicely under the bar.
Well, just a 3 kilo increase here for Faye Pittman of Wales. Has this little characteristic of testing the weight and then lifting it.
Better. Let's just check what the referees think. And she's got it, 2-1. I thought I saw movement in her right elbow, and there's been a stop to the competition. The jury, I think, have seen what I've seen, so it's the arm nearest to us.
Sometimes this happens in competition if you're not familiar with it, so the jury can stop the competition. With this one, they do have video playback,
so
watching something on video now.
Faye thinks she's got it. Jury are reviewing. Let's take a look. Her right arm, our left as we look at it. Needs to go straight to lock and stay there. So it's there, now it's bent, then it straightens. Too much movement in that elbow. I think the jury may... Well, let's wait and see, time will tell.
Well, on that evidence, they're going to cancel that good lift. Robert Rose from Seychelles, the technical controller on the front of the desk, about to take the message from the jury.
They've just had a little technical problem now that they've got the computer working again, so they're taking a close look at this jerk.
Well, if that's the same picture they're looking at, it's not a very good picture, because why are they not looking at a full screen?
So we don't know what the... Oh, that would be really good if the jury would just put up a signal that said good lift or bad lift, wouldn't it?
Well, I'd have a microphone on the president of the jury and let the president of the jury announce it.
So the decision has been overturned. I can confirm the jury have intercepted and they have said no lift for Faye Pittman due to press out. The question now is, what weight do you want, Faye? Do you want to go same again, or do you want to go up? She's not in the medals. This really is a personal challenge for her.
So, Kiana Elliott, and, well, you mentioned that she'd reduced her opening weight, and this is the second attempt for the Australian. She currently is in the lead. This is a 3-kilo increase.
Lovely overhead. Smiles all round. I would be really interested, though, to know what's gone on, because she posted that 1:15 at the weigh-in. Has come down significantly, 1:05, now 1:08. So something's not playing ball. I love this jerk, just so dynamic. Powerful with the legs, fast to move the feet, and solid with the lockout.
So, Roberta Taboni from Malta, coming out on 108 kilos. And as I mentioned, after her last lift, her personal best is 106, really pushing herself here. But so far, it's been a very good evening, and she's looking for 6 out of 6.
After the clean, there was no legs left. She's got a little dizzy. She's okay. It's not much fun when you're stood there after the clean and everything around you goes black. When she catches the clean here, you'll see she's right on her heels. Did very well to stand, and to stand so strong, but the bar is sitting heavy on her shoulders. Struggling to breathe. Just doesn't have the legs anymore.
So at the moment she sits in 4th place with a total of 191 kilos. And Faye Pittman now facing her last attempt. So far, she's only managed to achieve 2 good lifts.
Clean is good. Come on, Faye. better, much better this time. No mistake. The arms go to lock and stay there. Great lifting from Faye Pittman. Corrects the mistake from the second attempt and finishes on a 108 jerk, 189. Let's have a look. Drops the chest a little as she stands. But she's very strong, very gutsy. Maybe a little oscillation on the bar. Back leg a little straight when she received it, but it's stuck overhead. Good lift.
So we're easing our way into this crucial phase now, relating to the bronze medal fight. Not quite there yet. Nancy Abuke for Nauru. 110 kilos. And she's increased from what she originally proposed, which was 105. She's increased it to 110 for her opener.
Lovely lifting from Nancy Abuke. 110 on the bar, 110 on the board. She's got a total. I'm not a fan normally of the dynamic start, but I quite like the way the bar comes in, and her force most definitely goes directly down. So she gets really, really good leg drive through the floor.
Moves her up into second place behind Kiana Elliott at the moment. And here is Kiana, third and final attempt. Just the extra 2 kilos. So even if she gets this, it still means that her challenge for a bronze medal, she's very vulnerable.
Once again, the jerk overhead, absolutely spot on. I know she's been struggling with 1 or 2 injuries. It's great to see her back and in good fighting form. And this will be a big confidence boost. The leg strength, as you can see, is the limiting factor. It's not quite there. Technically, the jerk is outstanding. Yeah,
so she finishes on 204 kilos.
I'm not sure how long that's going to be good enough for, but...
Well, it's just wait and see.
Yeah, there's too many lifters remaining in the competition now to close the gap.
Yeah, her destiny really is in the hands of others, but you never know in this game. And this is Ketty Lent, who is exactly 10 kilos behind Kiana Elliott in the rankings at the moment, and this is a 4 kilo increase to take it to 198 and move her from 4th up to 2nd.
Well, those knee sleeves, knee wraps rather, look to be a little tight. Maybe that's causing her issues. I'm just trying to work out what the problem was there. Clean was fine, bar the step backwards. She split very long, went very low. Something gave way on her. I'm not sure what.
Negative signal. Also going for 111 kilos, a 3 kilo increase for her. Now this would push her up from 3rd into the silver medal position. But a lot of lifters still to start. Sarah Davis, Joy, Ogbone Eze, of course, Arjinda Kaur, and Alexis Ashworth. Still very much alive in this competition.
pushed herself away from the bar. Did she go dizzy? What was the cause? I think so. Drop the chest, I think, is what she's indicating. The clean was good. Watch for the jerk. She's indicating that she dropped her chest as she dipped. And they could see just as she was about to come back up, chest caved in.
Well, we talked about this at half-time, didn't we, Michaela, about these crucial second attempts in the clean and jerk, and these failures are sort of opening the door for one or two others.
Yeah, they certainly are, and, you know, consistency is everything. You cannot afford to switch off for a moment. Sometimes things are out of your control. You know, if you're standing there after a clean and everything starts to go black and you start to black out, you've got to get rid of the bar. Mistiming is very easy when you've got this kind of load. That's better. Oh, frustration. Frustration for her, frustration for the coaches and us watching. That was so close. Clean was once again very dynamic. This time she was under the bar. This time it was at arm's length. See the pressure on the elbows. She had to let go. The joints just don't take that amount of wobbling.
So the 21-year-old Ketty Lent from Mauritius stays in fourth place on 194. And now Alexis Ashworth for Canada. Now this is going to be very interesting because Alexis, she brings forward 91 kilos, so this 112, really important. If she can pick this up first time. No worries. That is good. Exactly what was required.
The elbows are soft, but they stayed in position. There was no press out. So she doesn't have a great elbow lock. If I were her, I would have let the referees know beforehand. That may be why she's wearing the long-sleeved shirt, possibly. I'm speculating, though. Makes it very difficult to see the elbows with these shirts on.
Nonetheless, the lift has been given and she moves up to second place, 203, just 1 kilo behind Kiana Elliott of Australia. Now Megan Signal.
Big lift here for Megan, an additional 4 kilos. Should love that 200 total.
Yeah, we'll put her into the bronze medal momentarily. Into that position.
Come on, Megan. Oh, unlucky. Drop the chest. Not to be today. Well, Megan Signal, we will see you again.
So, just at this moment in time, Kiana Elliott of Australia leads ahead of Alexis Ashworth and Nancy Abuke of Nauru, who still has attempts at her disposal, as does Alexis from Canada. But now, first attempt for Harjinder Kaur of India. 93 kilos in the first part of the competition in the snatch, 113 kilos. If she picks up this first attempt, she becomes very much a medal player, a contender. Yes, she does.
Easy lifting for Harjinder from India. straight up into top spot. We've got lifters yet to start their campaign, so she's unlikely to stay there, but she's put herself into a great position. Clean, very, very strong. And the jerk, she splits nice and long, gets her body underneath the bar.
Nancy Abuke taking a 4-kilo increase. She's in 4th place at the moment, and this isn't going to advance her ranking position. Nonetheless, this has been very much an educational experience for her at the age of 19.
Shame the clean was harder than the first attempt. Well, you would expect that with the weight going up. And she's got the potential here with 1 attempt remaining. I'm sure we're going to see her really attack this once more. Hits her quite hard at the bottom, but she does well to keep the bounce and keep the bar moving. Now we see her just punching it overhead, slightly in front. Sarah Davis in the background there. Even with my glasses on, I'm trying to work out if there's a collar on the end.
Well, what's really interesting now is Harjinder Kaur leading with 206 kilos and Alexis Ashworth in 3rd place on 203. Both of them have posted 115 kilos for their 2nd attempts. And those two look to be the 2 lifters who are now vying for that bronze medal. But before all of that, Nancy Abuke can have one more crack at 114 kilos.
Oh, it was there, so close. That's a shame, Nancy Abuke. No, she'll have to be content with the 110 for the first lift. The 19-year-old junior lifter from Nauru has a huge potential ahead of her. We're going to see her grow and develop over the next few years. These are big weights for a youngster to be hitting.
Well, when you consider it, she's going to finish in the top 6.
That's wonderful. Commonwealth Games, huge international platform. She'll be back again.
So nothing that Kiana Elliott can do, as you see Sarah Davis getting ready for her clean and jerk. But
yeah, she's got 120 on the bar there, so almost at the end of her warm-up.
So now Alexis Ashworth for Canada, 4 kilos extra to take her from 203 to 207 to put her 1 kilo ahead of Harjinder Kaur in her quest to become bronze medalist in her first international appearance for Team Canada. Wow.
Into the lead she goes, if she can hold this, and she can.
Yeah, wonderful. 2 out of 2 in the clean and jerk, and the pressure goes back onto the Indian.
So this is a nice little battle we have here, hotting up for the bronze medal. Well, that's making the assumption Sarah Davis from England and Ogbonna from Nigeria are going to be taking top honours. So there, everybody else's aim is to finish top of the leaderboard before those 2 lifters start.
But now, this is the crucial lift, I think, in this head-to-head duel for the bronze, because this is a 3 kilo increase, which is going to take Harjinder to 209 kilos. She's made it as well.
And the lead changes hands once more. Indeed. This is a battle.
And Harjinder now with a 2 kilo advantage, which means that Alexis Ashworth has to go for 119 kilos. She needs 3 kilos to go ahead. But remember, Harjinder will have a third attempt as well.
There's a change in call. 117 kilograms is now for the third attempt of Harjinder Kaur.
So this is the high-stakes poker game. The Indians they've just submitted their change. 119 kilos. Harjinder Kaur for her third attempt, so she's trying to turn the screw here. Now, Alexis Ashworth, she's got a really interesting decision here. Does she go and take this and get ahead of Harjinder and then rely on the fact that Harjinder might fail?
I think Harjinder is the stronger of the two lifter. If I were... Oh, well, I don't know. Oh, it's close, isn't it? Harjinder is coming out for the 119.
Yes, and Alexis Ashworth, they put 120 on at the moment. Who knows whether they played their cards correctly. But I would agree with you that Harjinder here is more favoured. So if she makes this, it's another 3 kilo increase. It will take her to 212 kilos. Absolutely excellent.
Some outstanding lifting from Harjinder from India. She's extended her lead. You see here, really strong on the clean, and you just wouldn't bet against her on the jerk. I think every lifter watching wishes they could jerk like this. Brilliant.
So the bottom line is that Alexis Ashworth needs to find 6 kilos, which means she's got to go from 116 to 122, and 122 is her personal best.
23 she's going.
123? Well, is that the correct number? She's got 207.
She only needs 6 kilos. She's going for 7. This is a miscalculation here.
We saw that last night, didn't we, with the Canadians?
Yeah, this is a miscalculation here from Team Canada. They only needed 122. They put 123 on.
Which is actually an attempt at a new personal best for Alexis.
Now, I just fear they've made a mistake. Either way, it's on the bar. She must take it. This for a medal.
This for... well, we think the bronze medal, realistically. Clean needs to be with the greatest of economy.
Outstanding. Does she have the legs now? This is the test. It's there! Hold it! She's got it! She's got the down signal! And she's got the 3 white lights. Alexis Ashworth of Canada, you have just got yourself a medal!
Well, nothing worse than bronze, that's for sure.
That is outstanding lifting, a huge increase from 2nd to 3rd attempt. And that was the best clean of them all. The grit and determination here on the jerk to drive to arm's length. She's fighting all the way. Feet weren't in line, but she got the down signal.
And let's be honest, Makeda, neither you nor me would have put any money on her.
No, I did, hands down, did not think that lift was coming off. I absolutely take it back. She proved us both wrong.
And hang on, first ever international representation for Team Canada.
Not bad, hey, not bad.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, now we revert to the head-to-head duel between Nigeria.
Oh,
knee on the platform, and that's not a great start for Joy of Bone Eze.
So no, not a good start at all. Whips the head back, that throws the hips forward, which is why she landed on her toes. Just take a look here. It's going to be a sore knee in the morning, I think. Look, heels are off, she's on her toes, knee goes down. Only the feet are allowed to touch the platform. And look at the frustration written all over her face. Now, Dave Sawyer is saying, you've got this, Sarah. Right, stay calm. You've got to wait another couple of minutes because she's just missed that lift. And right now, Sarah is thinking, OK, I can wait. She's due to be coming out on 126. But she was ready. She was ready to come just then because they were not expecting Nigeria to miss that opener. So Sarah is ready, but she does need to hang fire, stay composed for a little longer. Message from her coach, Cyril Martin. He is hoping for 130 plus. He wouldn't commit to a number.
Well, this is really make or break.
Well, she's under a lot of pressure now, is Joy Ogbono from Nigeria.
You've got to put it into context. She is just 18 years of age. But, of course, she did clean and jerk a youth world record of 130 kilos.
Oh, dear me. Well, let's just look for a moment whilst Joy Ogbono does the right thing. She's staying on the platform. That means the loaders won't come on. She doesn't need a huge amount more recovery because that wouldn't have taken much out of her. And that was a complete mistime. And if we see the replay, watch the head and shoulders whip back. Not ideal. She's got one attempt now to keep her hopes of a medal alive.
Well, I think, to be fair, this was unexpected. And, you know, if she was to miss this, then Sarah can come out and win this with one attempt.
But Sarah now finds herself in a slightly tricky position, and for most of us watching, she looks calm, she looks composed, but Dave Sawyer would have just gone over to her and said, I'm sorry, Sarah, but you've got to wait another couple of minutes. That's 4 extra minutes that she wasn't expecting to be hanging around, so hopefully now she can keep her focus. Pressure is on Nigeria, but who is going to be watching on in the warm-up room but India? If this lift is missed, India could find themselves up into medal contention, which they probably weren't expecting.
And Alexis Ashworth might even get a silver. The twists and turns of weightlifting, only just over a minute, so here we go. Well, I hope and have a feeling that she's actually going to achieve this.
Oh, this is a huge lift right now for Joy Ogbono. The crowd are going wild. Let's get behind her. She needs this to keep her hopes of a medal alive. One lift to stay in the competition.
Yeah, this looks much better. Just as you outlined there, she loses all 3 attempts. She loses her medal opportunity, and it means that Harjinder Kaur moves up with the bronze medal, potentially, and Alexis Ashworth, potentially the silver.
Well, she's absolutely devastated, as you can see. Hopes of gold have turned to nothing. Well, attention now will focus to Sarah Davis. We'll come back to Team India shortly, I'm sure, but look at the smiles there. An unexpected medal. We've got desperation in one camp, we've got delight in another.
Well, Sarah Davis, runner-up 4 years ago on the Gold Coast. Really, with one lift, she can realise a dream.
Absolute focus needed.
This is at her mercy.
It is, and we've just seen it all go wrong for one lifter. Sarah has got to stay focused. Oh dear, she's okay, just gone dizzy there. Well, Sarah, stay on the platform. She's okay, just give herself a minute. Undo the belt. somebody help her with the belt. Stay on the platform, Sarah. They won't change the weights until you're off. Stay there. So this is the sign of experienced athlete using the rules to her advantage. While she is on the platform, no loading will take place. She's buying herself valuable extra seconds to recover. And that's, you know, that the clean was tough, and I think that is a sign of a lifter that's just been sat down a little bit too long before they've come to the platform. That was a heavy weight coming off the floor. She'll be okay. She'll refocus. She'll have a whiff of the smelling salts, and she'll come out on fire next lift, I'm confident.
Well, the drama continues, doesn't it?
Oh, dear me. Who's on the edge of their seats watching this? It just looked heavy. Now, when you sat down, it was, what, 4 minutes? You'd have probably been sat down for maybe 3 minutes before that. That's quite a long time, about 7 minutes for a lifter to be sat down doing nothing. Took too much out of her.
So she's still got the best part of 2 minutes at her disposal before she comes out once again to try with her second attempt to become Commonwealth Games champion.
She only needs one lift.
That's all.
Simple as that.
Sounds simple,
isn't it? It's almost that extra pressure knowing that this is all you need. Come on, Sarah, one attempt to do it.
Well, just at this moment, Canada in gold, India in silver, and Australia, Kiana Elliott is sitting in the bronze medal position. With one lift, Sarah Davis of England can, as I said a couple of minutes ago, realise her dream and become Commonwealth Games champion at 71 kilos.
These are weights that she has been doing regularly in the gym. She knows her own ability. She's confident. Asking for quiet. That's better. Off the windpipe straight away. Focus.
Here we go.
Is there?
Yes.
Hold it, Sarah. One lift for gold. And she's done it. There she is, the Commonwealth Games champion in the women's 71-kilo category.
Yeah, Sarah Davis of England makes it double gold today for the English contingent at the second attempt. And whether she takes the third attempt or not doesn't really matter. But at the second time of asking, Sarah Davis lifts up 126 kilos.
Stands out of the clean, no trouble this time, straight off the windpipe.
And totaled up 229 kilos, so she's got a Commonwealth Games clean and jerk record and the total record she's established. And she is going to go for 130 kilos. She is going to give all the fans and these pack stands a third attempt, so good for her. The silver medal is going to Alexis Ashworth of Canada, fantastic achievement, and Harjinder Kaur of India will collect the bronze.
Sarah has a best of 1:29 in competition, so this is a personal milestone on a big platform. Just trying to compose and breathe, trying to bring the heart rate back down. The amount of focus that lift required is tremendous. Well, Andy Callard, coach, now asking the crowd for just a little bit of noise.
Well, in a sense, now she can really try and enjoy herself. The job is done, the medal is won. And can she add a little icing on the cake here? Very difficult after you've gone through the emotion of winning the gold medal and winning the title to come out and raise yourself up for this sort of attempt. Harder clean, but you would expect that. Not on this day, but frankly, does it matter?
Outstanding lifting from Sarah. She only needed one clean and jerk. She made us wait. She kept us on the edge of our seats. But there we go, your Commonwealth Games champion. Now she can celebrate.
Yeah, but it didn't end up as we imagined it was going to, did it?
No, we thought it was going to go still higher.
We never expected that Joy, young as she is, would fail to make all 3 attempts in the clean and jerk. That was totally unexpected. Well, we've had some surprises. To be honest, neither of us expected Alexis Ashworth to pick up 123 kilos and ultimately earn the silver medal on her first international appearance. And Harjinder Kaur of India on only her 2nd international appearance getting the bronze.
Well, these are magical pictures now. We can sit back and watch and enjoy the celebrations all round, unless you are part of Team Nigeria. It just shows here the camaraderie between the lifters. Sarah taking the time to go round, congratulate all of her opponents.
Well, I'll tell you, and a little commiseration to the young Nigerian. Well, you couldn't have written today's script.
Absolutely not. That was just something else. And, you know, here we go. This is the jerk that she landed, the only one she needed, 126 kilos to become crowned Commonwealth Games champion in the women's 71 kilo category. Shaky start, a wobble on the first attempt, but wonderful experience to recover.
And look at a happy Alexis Ashworth.
She really pulled it out the bag, didn't she? That last clean and jerk was something else. The experience she would be gaining on this kind of platform. What a bright future ahead.
And I absolutely think that the Indians never expected that Harjinder was going to end up with a bronze medal.
No, you only had to see their reaction after the bomb out.
And of course, as I said, only her 2nd international. So you look at the 2 women who've collected silver and bronze.
Hugely inexperienced, and it's just remarkable to see them achieving such great feats. And here she is, all smiles all round. There's the bonus. You thought you were going home. No, you're not. Not yet.
Well, what a competition. So many twists and turns, so much drama. Let's just, first of all, let's just bring you the official results just to confirm where everybody finished. Sarah Davis is the Commonwealth Games champion with a total, as you can see, of 229, comfortably in the end ahead of Alexis Ashworth, 214, taking the silver by 2 kilos ahead of Harjinder Kaur of India. Kiana Elliott in 4th place. And look at the lifter from Nauru, young 19-year-old Nancy Abuke finishing 9th. That's a fantastic ranking for her, ahead of Megan Signal for New Zealand. Further down the list, Ketty Lent for Mauritius, 194. And a good little series of lifts there by Roberta Tabone of Malta. She should be quite pleased with that, 5 out of 6. Faye Pittman saving the day, the most senior and most experienced lifter, the World Masters champion, finishing 9th. And Holly O'Shea debuting for Gibraltar. All credit to her with 171, and commiserations to young Joy Ogbone Ize of 18, who will surely be back on the stage to challenge for major honours in the seasons to come. Well, at the end of the day, it's Sarah Davis who is the champion. As I said, much drama right the way through the competition. Let's relive now some of those moments. Well, Monday, the 1st of August, is going to be a day to remember, but particularly for the English lifters, Chris Murray earlier on in the men's 81 kilos, now Sarah Davis in the 71 kilos. 2 gold medals for the host nation. And the medal presentation just moments away. Well, there's one thing about the Commonwealth Games weightlifting so far, Michaela. It hasn't been predictable, has it?
It certainly hasn't, and there seems to be a spanner in the works in every competition that we tune into. I need some sleep. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring.
Yeah, very intense program here. But here come the achievers.
The medals will be presented by Mohammed Abdul Sattar, President of the Commonwealth Games Association of the Maldives. Accompanied by Belinda Arosa, Secretary General of the Commonwealth Games Association of Solomon Islands. Bronze medalist, representing India, Harjinder Kaur.
25 years of age, Harjinder Kaur. Look at the delight and the smile. 93 kilos in the snatch, 119 to total up a 212 to earn the bronze medal. Unexpected, but she is so happy.
It's a result that she, well, I thought had probably slipped through her fingers when Canada went ahead.
Well, even at half-time, she was probably thinking, oh, I'm going to be 4th or 5th or 6th. But another wow performance for a debutant, Alexis Ashworth, in her first Commonwealth Games, in her first international for Team Canada. 94 kilos missed in the snatch, but she brought forward 91, and then a dynamite clean and jerk of 123 kilos to ultimately earn the silver medal. And then, after Joy Ogbonne-Eze of Nigeria bombed out in the clean and jerk, we held our breath for Sarah Davis. We had a wobble, but then we had a successful second attempt. Snatch, games record of 103 kilos, a games record in the clean and jerk of 126, a total and new games record of 229. The silver medalist of 4 years ago on the Gold Coast is now the Commonwealth Games champion in the 71 kilo class on the 1st of August 2022. The second places at the Europeans and the Commonwealth Games are now wiped out of the memory, and she now stands for the national anthem of England. Well, what a wonderful day of lifting, both in the men's and the women's divisions. We've really seen some fantastic performances.
We have been very, very privileged, and to be in the position we're in with the best views in the house, to be able to share it with you, well, Team England have shone above the rest today.
Well, Sarah, soak it all in. Fantastic crowd, fantastic atmosphere. You are the champion. And look at those shiny, bright, glittering medals. And you know, her eyes now will refocus to Paris 2024 and the Olympic Games in Paris.
Yeah, that'll be next on the cards. It seems a long way away, but trust me, it's not.
So after 3 days of weightlifting, India with 3 gold medals topped the medal roster. England with their best day of weightlifting now move up into second place thanks to Chris Murray and Sarah Davis. Malaysia with 2 golds that they earned with their men on the very first day of competition, and also right in the mix there, Nigeria, excellent with their squad of lifters, and Canada with the Olympic champion Maud Sharon defending her title, collecting Canada's first gold medal. And you can see a really good mix of countries here, which is encouraging. 10 countries, and we're only 3 days into the Commonwealth Games of weightlifting. So plenty to look forward to Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, to see a lot of weightlifting. If it's anything like we've seen on the first 3 days, well, we're in for more excitement, more drama for sure. But we're going to take our leave, and we're going to leave you with the star of the evening, Sarah Davis for England, the Commonwealth champion in the women's 71 kilos. From Michaela Breeze and myself, David Goldstrom, thank you for watching. Sleep well, wherever you are. For now, time for us to take our leave. Goodbye from Birmingham.